They insult you. They mock you. They throw their words like weapons, hopping to cut deep, to shake you, to expose your weaknesses for all to see. But what if I told you the real power isn't in loud, angry retaliation? What if the deadliest strike you could make comes from quiet strength, an invisible, strategic blow that your attacker never sees coming? Niccolo Machiavelli, the unparalleled master of power, manipulation, and survival, revealed a dark and profound truth. The greatest revenge is silence, and the power it conceals. In today's world, where words spread fast and egos clash louder than ever, learning to harness this silent power will make you untouchable. You will learn how to transform insults into fuel, weakness into dominance, and silence into your sharpest weapon. This is more than self-defense. It's the art of winning without fighting. Ready to master the darkest power lesson from Machiavelli, sharpened by Stoic wisdom? Let's dive in. Part 1. The nature of insults, why people attack. To conquer your attackers, you must first understand them. Insults are never random. They are purposeful acts designed to wound, destabilize, and control. They are the psychological daggers thrown in the war of influence and dominance. Why do people insult? At the root, it is about insecurity, jealousy, and the desperate desire to gain power over another. The insecurity behind insults. Humans are deeply flawed creatures, driven by emotions and needs they often fail to control. When someone insults you, they are often revealing their own fears and weaknesses. Machiavelli described this plainly. Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous. This isn't bitter pessimism. It is a brutal diagnosis of the human condition. People lash out to cover their own vulnerabilities. They aim to put others down to feel superior, if only temporarily. Imagine the schoolyard bully, the jealous colleague, the spiteful critic. Their insults mask their fear of being overshadowed or losing control. Insults as power plays. Machiavelli's political world was rife with insults used as weapons, words to undermine reputations, sow discord, and break alliances. An insult is a direct attack on your social standing and confidence. It aims to provoke a reaction, to catch you off balance. When you respond emotionally, you reveal your pain, your weakness, your humanity. Your attacker thrives on this. The Stoic response: control your inner fortress. The Stoics, masters of mental resilience, offer the perfect antidote. Seneca wrote, "If you live according to nature, you will never be poor. If according to opinion, you will never be rich." Your worth is not determined by what others say or think about you. The Stoics teach that control over your mind is the highest form of power. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When insulted, you control only your response. Your silence, your calm, your refusal to be dragged into their game is your greatest weapon. The trap of emotional reaction. Reacting in anger or hurt plays into your attacker's hands. It shows you are affected, it reveals your vulnerabilities, and it fuels the cycle of conflict. Machiavelli warned rulers. A prince must imitate the fox and the lion, for the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. The lion is strength, the fox is cunning. Reacting loudly makes you the lion caught in traps. Reacting quietly, strategically, makes you the fox, always steps ahead. Part 2. The temptation to retaliate, why most people fail. It is natural to want to defend yourself when insulted. Your ego demands it. Your pride screams for justice. But most people fail because they confuse reaction with power. The fight-or-flight instinct. When attacked verbally, your brain's survival instinct kicks in. Fight or flight. Your heart races, your mind floods with emotions, and the urge to strike back becomes overwhelming. In these moments, logic often dies. Instead, impulsive rage or defensive bluster takes over. Public figures, celebrities, Even leaders have fallen victim to this trap, lashing out on social media, making threats, or stooping to petty retaliation, damaging their reputation and losing the respect of allies. The social pressure to defend your ego. Our culture glorifies standing up for yourself, not taking crap and fighting back. But Machiavelli saw this differently. He advised rulers to weigh their options carefully, never acting on impulse. It is much safer to be feared than loved if one must choose. Here, fear means respect through control, not through loud aggression. The truly powerful choose silence over noise, patience over haste, and strategy over impulse. The power of non-reaction. The most dangerous people are those who do not react emotionally. They absorb insults like water off a stone. They refuse to give their attacker the satisfaction of a response. This non-reaction unsettles attackers. It denies them the victory they crave. This is a strategic choice, a sign of self-mastery and the foundation of silent power. Part 3. Strike back quietly. What does that mean? Strike back quietly is not about weakness or passivity. It is about discipline, strategy, and restraint. Silence is power. The Stoics teach that control over your mind and emotions is freedom. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Silence is your shield. It protects your dignity and your reputation. It confuses your enemy and denies them the reaction they seek. The Machiavellian strategy. Machiavelli teaches that power is gained by observation and planning. Reacting immediately is foolish. Instead, observe your enemy's weaknesses and plan your moves quietly. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. This means you do not command with noise, but with precision. Mastering your emotions. The ability to remain calm and collected in the face of insults is rare. It shows that you are the master of yourself. This mastery makes you untouchable. Strike quietly by building strength internally, planning your counteractions when the time is right. Part 4. Real-life examples, history's silent strikers. History is full of leaders who mastered the art of silent retaliation. Machiavelli's own moves. Machiavelli himself was a master manipulator, working behind the scenes to influence rulers without open confrontation. His power was invisible but decisive. Marcus Aurelius. The Stoic emperor faced insults and plots against him, but never lost his composure. His strength was in his calm mind and inner resilience. Queen Elizabeth I. She faced constant insults from foreign powers and critics, but chose to ignore them publicly, letting her enemies waste themselves in frustration. Warren Buffett. In modern times, Buffett is known for his silent approach, never engaging in public feuds, but letting his actions speak and his wealth and influence grow silently. These figures prove the power of restraint and strategic silence. Part 5. Practical steps to use silence as your weapon. Here, how to put this into practice. Detach emotionally. When insulted, remind yourself it's about them, not you. Analyze, understand who your attacker is, what they fear and why they insult. Plan quietly. Gather facts and prepare your response away from the spotlight. Strike strategically. Use subtle, effective moves that weaken your opponent without grand displays. Maintain composure. Keep your emotions in check and your plans secret. Part 6. The psychological impact, why silence hurts more. Silence leaves your attacker frustrated and confused. They expect a reaction, and when none comes, their control slips. Machiavelli knew. The best fortress a prince can possess is the affection of his people. But in private conflict, your unshakable calm is your fortress. Silence forces your enemy to question their own strength and lose confidence. Part 7. Avoiding common mistakes. Don't confuse silence with weakness or passivity. Avoid becoming consumed by pride or revenge. Your silent strike must be part of a strategy of strength, virtue, and patience. Balance strength and wisdom, never cruelty or coldness. Part 8. The ultimate reward: becoming untouchable. Mastering silence makes you untouchable. Insults lose power. Your reputation strengthens. You become the calm center in every storm. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Use insults as stepping stones to your rise. Become the master of your fate. Conclusion: your path forward. When people insult you, strike back quietly. Use Machiavelli's darkest lesson and the Stoics' unshakable calm. Your silence is a sword sharper than any word. Walk boldly, silent, strong, and deadly. Your enemies won't see you coming.